Hey guys, my name's Honey. I was tagged by Tumblr user the third guy from the left, also known as Kim, to do the accent tag. Originally, this is supposed to be an audio post format, but all methods of my doing that have not really worked out, so I'm going to do a video. I know it's not what it's supposed to be, but it works the best. So, without further ado, there are 14 questions that I will answer. So, first of all is your name and username. Well, my name is Elizabeth, but I prefer to go by Honey on the internet. And, my username is HoneyGin. Where I'm from, I currently live in Illinois, but I was originally from Southern California. Now, there's a list of words that I have to pronounce that is different depending on the region that you grew up in, or depending on the region you live in. So for me, these words are pronounced aunt, roof, root, theater, iron, salmon, caramel, fire, water, New Orleans, pecan, both, again, probably, Alabama, lawyer, coupon, mayonnaise, pajamas, cot, naturally, aluminum, gif, tumbler, crackerjack, doorknob, and envelope, and GPOY. I never know what that is, and I've seen it all over the internet, and at this point I'm too scared to ask what it is, but in my head, I read it as G-poi. So question number 4 is, what is it called when you throw toilet paper on a house? I call it TPing, but I guess it's something different somewhere else. Number 5 is, what is a bubbly carbonated drink called? I live in the region that calls it pop, and I can understand that from the pop of the can or pop of the bottle, but I call it soda. Number 6, what do you call gym shoes? Gym shoes, just to make sure that's clear. I call them tennis shoes. And if it's a more casual occasion in which I'm not doing anything, I call them sneakers. Next is number 7. What do you call your grandparents? I call them grandma and grandpa. Number 8. What do you call the wheeled contraption in which you carry groceries at the supermarket? I call it a shopping cart. Fun story. I went on a mission trip to Alabama a couple summers ago, and my group was the northernmost group. So we live in central Illinois, so we are the most north of any of all the groups, because it was a southern ministry. A lot of the churches that contributed were from North Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, all sorts of Southern Baptist churches. Well, they weren't actually Southern Baptists, but they were Baptists in the South. And so in my group was the only one that didn't really use Southern terminology. So it was really interesting because on my team, each team was given a house to repaint, and so my team had a house, and thank goodness of the group, because our groups and teams were different. Our groups were from our churches, but our teams were combined people. Thank goodness I was with the only 2 guys from my group. We were all on the same team, and so there was a shopping cart in the backyard of our house, and everyone on our team was from Georgia, and so they would call it the buggy. So we have to get the buggy out of the way, and then me and the 2 guys were like, it's a shopping cart. What are you talking about? Because I had never heard them be called buggies before, but I guess that's just a southern thing. So anyway, little tangent there. Question number 9, what is the thing you change the TV channels with? It's a TV remote. Or the remote. Number 10, choose a book and read a passage from it. Haha. I have my Modern Recording Techniques 8th edition textbook, so I'm just going to read just a brief paragraph. Okay. The next trick is to tap into the circuit to capture the changes in output voltage by placing a high value resistor across the circuit. Since the voltage across the resistor will change in inverse proportion to the capacitance across the capsule plates, this signal will then become the feed for the mic's output. That's what I have to do for my recording class. It's a complicated class. Question 11. Do you think you have an accent? I am a media arts and production major, and so in that is a lot of performance. And I hope to do performance as I continue on. So I have taken a couple voice classes. One is voice and diction to help my voice sound good and to talk good, and the other was vocal performance, and that's more about the performance aspect and using your voice to perform. But in voice and diction, we learned, or it was taught, learned, I found out that, but I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but everyone has an accent. There's no hiding it, because there is no one way to speak, unless you're comparing it to a one specific accent, and then yes, everyone is different. So when you say American accent, the one that is most often taught and most entertainers are trained in is the standard American accent, unless it's a Southern accent or anything like that, because Southern accents are seen as quirky and cute, and sometimes New England and the Northeast accents as a whole, sometimes those are really hard to understand, so you have to really you have to basically reteach people how to speak. But the standard American accent, which is the one that most people in the Midwest and probably from the Midwest out west, mostly it's those ones that it's that accent. The standard American accent is what I'm speaking now. It is the Midwest accent. I have been told I talk funny. I have been told I sound like I kind of have a British accent. That first started in 8th grade, and a couple times at work it happened where a customer would say, "Hey, what part of England are you from?" And I'm like, "I've never left the United States, sir. I don't know what you're talking about." Yeah. So, yes, I have an accent, but it's hard to pick it out because I'm surrounded by other people who speak the same way. Number 12, would I like to be a wizard or a vampire? That is a hard question. I would like to be a wizard, because I like magic. Harry Potter, am I right? I should probably pick this up. According to Pottermore, I am a Gryffindor. Even though I took the test when it first came out, and I was a Hufflepuff. And so then, since then, they had changed the test, and so my account was deleted because, for some reason. And then they, excuse me. I retook the test, and I was put in Gryffindor. So I don't know what I am. And for the longest time, I thought I was Ravenclaw. And then there was a Slytherin scare. So I guess I'm probably Divergent. I'm Divergent in the Harry Potter world. Number 13. Do I know anyone on Tumblr in real life? Well, I do and I don't. I do in that they're my friends in real life, but I haven't met anyone from Tumblr in real life. So I haven't made friends on Tumblr and met them in real life. I have made friends on Tumblr, and I have friends in real life, but okay. not my mutuals, but I do have a few friends that have a Tumblr, that I know them in real life, but I knew them before Tumblr, so that I don't think that counts. Okay, so I can end this by saying 3 words that I want. So, yeah. And it's something that is near and dear to my heart. It's just 3 simple phrases. Bush did 9/11. Bye.